Hey, it's your girl, Miss Jennifer, and I am back with a quick follow-up review on the Freetress Equal Wig Danity. Now, this is she, and I've had her for about a month now. So if you saw my initial review in the beginning, and this is the 1B, in the beginning I said I did not experience any tangling or shedding. Around after a week, I got a little bit of tangling. So at this point, after a month, I saw the tangling more often. However, it wasn't so horrible that I just wanted to get rid of it. I mean, it was just something where you just brush it out for a few seconds and it went away. So what I usually do anyway with all of my wigs, whether they have a, whether it's a wig that's known for tangling or not, when I take my wigs off, and let me say this, while I was wearing it, it never tangled. So it's not like while I was out, I would just feel it tangling and getting matted. That is so not the case, at least not with my wig. But with any wig, when I take it off, after I've worn it, I always take my large paddle brush and brush it out so that it is completely free of tangles and it's soft and easy to, you know, run a brush or your hands through. Once it's in that state, then I return it to its packaging. Some people keep their wigs on wig stands. I don't buy a bunch of wig heads, so I keep mine in actually the original packaging. So once it's free of any tangles, I return it to its original packaging, and then when I pull it out the next time I wear it, it is completely tangle free, and that's true for this wig too. So once I brushed it out after I took it off, once it's been put up back in its package and I take it out the next day, there was no tangling the next time I got ready to wear it. So it wasn't a situation where oh, it's just gonna tangle on its own. Like, I had to literally wear it for it to tangle, and it was never the outside. It was always the back around the nape and coming down. So it did tangle all the way down to the length, but only on the back part. So the outside shell of the hair, it never tangled, and it never was like knotty. It didn't look tangled, but when you brush it, you know that it's tangled. So after having to brush it out, you know, so many times, the back part, some of the ends can lose its wave pattern and they go straight, which is the reason why one of the reasons why I have chosen to cut. Now, I was really in my feelings about having to cut this wig because it's such a beautiful wig, and I have a straight piece somewhere and my face is driving me bananas. But I really love the wig in its original length, and I'm not a person who's like a fan of like wearing really long hair, but I really love the way it looked, and I was really in my feelings about cutting it, so I almost did not cut it. So what I decided to do, I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna do a chop because I said eventually if this wig got too tangled, I was gonna cut it in like a bob, like a blunt cut bob. However, I was like, I don't really want to do that right now because it's not necessary to cut off that much hair. So what I decided to do, I was like, you know what, since some of the ends are a little straggly from, you know, having to brush out the tangles, I'll just do like a trim. That way some of the length comes off, and but I still have, you know, enough length where it makes me happy. And then the other reason why I wanted to cut it is because, you know, right now the trend is more so short to medium length hair, and I want to do that. Of course, I can just buy a wig that length. But anyway, as you can see, I have cut it. So this is where I cut her to. Initially, she came, well, I mean, you can see the pictures in the initial review. Initially, it was about right here. So, I mean, what, she probably lost maybe 2.5 inches or whatever. But I'm okay with that. So I'm okay with the cut, and it just looks a lot healthier on the ends, and I think it's cute. So did I have to cut it at this point? Absolutely not. But I think it was something I wanted to see what it would look like shorter. And, you know, like I said, with some of the ends in the back getting straight from having to brush the tangles out, I think it was just a better move on that part. So, you know, now the ends have more, you know, body in it versus like straight pieces at the end. So I still would recommend getting Danity. And I would tell you to do what I do with all of my wigs, no matter if they are a wig known for tangling or not. And this is how I keep my hair from being tangled. I always, like I said, take it off, whether it's tangled or not, I brush it out and make sure it's free of any type of snags or tangles, and then I put it, you know, back in its original packaging just very carefully. And when I take my wig out to wear the next time, no matter the wig, whether it's Danity, whether it's Bailey, whether it's Kenzie, or a wig that I made myself, it never has any tangles in it the next time I get ready to wear it, and it's beautiful and everything. And this wig continues to look beautiful. So I know you've seen a lot of reviews with people saying it tangles, and it does. For me, it was minor tangling, but if you know, it does, but it doesn't ever lose its appeal, so to speak. So it stays beautiful, and the shell of the outside of the hair always looks good. For me, like I said, none of this tangled, none of the sides, none of this right here. It was always the back around the nape. So the part of the hair, the inside back that you don't see, that people don't see from the outside. But you know, that can be a nuisance for some people. But like I said, it didn't tangle enough for it to really be a big deal for me. I would absolutely order this wig again in the same color or a different color. I would stay away from the lighter colors because those tend to tangle more if you have the ones with the blondes and stuff in it. But after a month and I've cut it, this wig is still a go for me. So there it is. That's my honest feedback for you. So no, I'm not being paid by Freetress or anybody to say their wig is good. This is my experience with the wig. So let me know what you guys think. If you did order this wig, if you had to wait for a while, how did it go for you? Did you cut yours? Did you keep it long? How long did yours last? Always let me know what you want to see next. Sound off below in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace.